what playing basketball for half a decade taught me. Don't force it. Stop forcing it because it leads to offensive fouls, turnovers, and overexertion of energy. So I want to take this exact lesson into your life right now. Stop forcing things. And when I say stop forcing things, I'm talking about it from the standpoint of like your everyday interactions. Take the word of people. If people say they're going to do something, take their word for it. Don't be the person to remind, to micromanage, to verify all the time. If it's at work, it's different. If it's for something that has to do with your finances, it's different. But in things that are supposed to happen naturally, stop forcing it. Stop forcing it. Because even from the context of basketball, when I watch players like Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, they have masterful handles. But I'm sure they don't plan their moves. I'm sure they don't think I'm going to dribble the ball through the leg 3 times, 4 times, and then blow by. No, they're sort of reacting to the situation and reading and reacting. That's what you got to do in real life. The best thing you can do is reciprocate energy. If people are going to give you something, that's exactly what you're going to give back. Stop verifying. Stop trying to follow up and remind people of things that they said they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a sense of peace and it also allows you to let go because whoever comes in your life will come and whoever goes will go. And unfortunately, that's what it is. I want you to test this right now. Stop reaching out first. See who actually reaches out to you after a long period of time. Disappear for a while. See who actually comes to check on you. You will realize a lot of the people you have been watering their plants, type of thing, are not watering yours. This is why this is so key. Stop forcing things. Stop inviting yourself in environments you're not invited. Stop going to places where people don't want you. Stop going where you're not wanted. You can do all the self work in the world, like I said in the past. You can be all these things. You can check all these boxes. But if you still have to jump through hoops, it didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything. God gave us something so precious, and we don't even try to give each other that same thing. Free will, the ability to choose whatever you want. You can choose to do the evil thing, or you can choose to do the good thing. In my mind, I'm like, God should just say everybody do good. But unfortunately, as people, it's not possible. So stop forcing things. Stop trying to always have the last word, prove your point, verify, remind. I thought you were going to. No. You say you're gonna reach out, you don't reach out, that's it. You say you're gonna come here so that we have our meeting for something that's supposed to be important, like let's say a consultation for coaching. I'll just take your word for it. Of course, in that situation, follow-ups may be necessary, but like I said previously, in things that are like relationships, for example, and interpersonal, everyday, you're like socially, you want to let things happen, sort of thing. You don't want to force anything. You don't want to force anything. Take people's word for what they say, and just let it be. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. A lot of you are getting so stressed out because you're wondering why you're doing so much, you're putting so much effort, and it's not being reciprocated. That is why, because you're putting in too much, you're pouring too much without anything in return. I'm telling you right now, let it go, let things happen. Stop forcing it. Stop forcing it. One of the biggest lessons I learned in basketball is exactly that because it makes things worse. It made things worse. You turn the ball over, you possibly can cause a charge, an offensive foul. The other team gets the ball, has an opportunity to score, and you're back at it again, trying to do the same thing. And over the course of time, you're expending too much energy. It's the same thing in real life. You're reaching out, you're reaching out, you're reaching out, you're reminding, you're pouring in so much, thinking that it's gonna keep these interactions that you're having. But if there's no reciprocation, that's it. The best cheat code for this, I'll tell you today, reciprocation. Someone says thank you to you, you say thank you back. Or you do something of the same gesture in return. If someone reaches out first one time, you reach out first the next time. If someone says they'll follow up and they follow up, next time when you say you follow up, you actually follow up. Reciprocation, give and go, take and give, 50-50. We don't like the word 50-50 nowadays. It's triggering to people. You want one person to give 100 and you give zero. How does that work? Or I shouldn't even say 50-50, 100-100. But nowadays people want to receive 100 and give nothing. Get the most while giving the least effort. Not over here. Not over here. You got to be different. Stop forcing it. What is meant to happen will happen. Show up how you're supposed to be, presentable, aspirational, inspirational. But from there, at a certain point, if reciprocation isn't happening, that's when you're okay. I see it for what it is, and you cannot be mad at it. You cannot be mad at it. But a lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are unhappy, and you're thinking that it's me. You're thinking that you're the problem, but you're not the problem. You're not the problem. The right people can be in the wrong environments. The right people can be doing the right things at the wrong time in the wrong place. It's possible. So you need to go somewhere where you're appreciated, wanted, loved, and cherished. But just because you're all these great things doesn't mean that all the great things that you're doing will succeed wherever you're at currently. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. A good running back cannot all of a sudden come to the NBA and be a point guard. Even though he's quick, fast, athletic, there are certain skills you need to be a point guard. Vice versa. You cannot just say, "Oh, he's." People like to say LeBron can play football. He did play football, but use an example of a super fast small forward going to the NFL playing. You still need to learn the sport, learn everything required to excel. Even though you have the physical attributes like the athleticism, the speed, the strength, the agility, things like that. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with you. You have all these attributes, but it's just used in the wrong place. And you need to set yourself in the right place. And the best way to do that is when things are happening and it's giving to you, you give back. But when you're in situations where it's becoming that you're giving more than you're receiving, then it's not for you. It's fine. It's not for you. But stop forcing things. I promise you, it will give you a peace of mind. I hope somebody needed to hear this. If these videos are valuable to you, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned for more. May God bless you. I'll see you next video.